Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you for watching. This is the first video for 2020, exclusively on the Roy Rogers News Channel. And today we're going to talk about the changelog for PokeMMO Platinum, January 21st of 2020. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with the features. Platinum. The Sinnoh region is now available. Storyline content for this region has been completed, but several post-game areas, e.g. Battle Frontier, are currently in development. This region requires a Platinum ROM file, PvP. Battle boxes are now available in the PC for inventory management. Battle box parties may be used whenever PvP is possible. Normal type duels are no longer affected by overworld party statuses or HP. They now behave as temporary battles in the same way as tournament mode and matchmaking battles. Added a forfeit button for PvP battles. Consumed held items are now automatically replaced when consumed in PvP. Alright. The general. The VS Seeker now automatically broadcasts NPC rematch statuses when loading into a map. The VS Seeker items function has been removed. It will be re-implemented with a different function at a later date. Added effects for the held items, the red card, eject button, and Miracle Berry. This completes battle held item support for Gen 5. Added Skydrop. This completes move support for Gen 5. Added TMs for Leech Life and Natural Power. TMs are now region agnostic and are available with all levels of ROM file support. Previously, Gen 3 and Gen 4 exclusive TMs are now available in several shops throughout the world. Swarms now show species in the overworld. Swarms no longer adjust encounter tables. Battle sprites now render at higher internal resolutions. To adjust this scaling, see the front back battle sprite render scale options in the video tab of the settings menu. Dex updates. Wild encounter information in the Dex should now be more accurate, now showing hordes, and now showing time blocks morning, day, and night for species if applicable. Forms are now shown in the Dex. Added item finder functionality. Rare candies can now induce evolution if the target is level 100. Added icy and moss rock evolution areas to Kanto and Hoenn. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the balancing. Baton Pass will no longer pass stat stages. Encounter rates of species and hordes for all regions have been rebalanced. XP gain from the daycare has been reduced from 60% to 20%. Daycares can no longer violate regional badge cap restrictions when picking up a target. If excess XP is given, it will be stored and available after the next badge is completed. Many species will now learn some moves on evolution. These are marked in the Dex under the Evolve category and can be relearned through a move relearner. Watchhog EV yields updated from +1 attack to +2 attack. Honey Gatherer honey items are now untradeable. Story script based wild encounters can no longer be shiny. This only affects wild encounters which are triggered by NPCs in the overworld, e.g. the Snorlax blocking the road on Kanto and Route 12. HM items moves may no longer replace other HM moves. Wild encounters may always cast Fling even if the item doesn't have a Fling power. Miscellaneous. When sending mail, the person receiving the letter must now have to be online within the past month. Rival names have been removed. Rival names will now use default names depending on your language. Max member counts for player ranks in teams have been removed. Original trainer names will now be updated to match the player's current name. If names match but trainer IDs do not match, the original trainer name will be replaced with unknown OT. PokeMMO now uses LWJGL3 for graphics. APIs previously LWGL2. HDPI monitors should be supported. This primarily affects modern Linux distributions, which distribute Java 11 to Java 13 as default JDK. Experimental Linux ARM 3.2 and ARM 64 support. Windows XP and Windows Vista are now depreciated platforms. Support for these platforms may be removed at a later date. The maximum Mac OS version is now 10.9.5 plus from 10.7.5 plus. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about the bug fixes. Minor errors with skill data has been fixed. This primarily affected special egg moves, duplication for new TMs, and legacy special egg moves becoming more available. TM and tutor propragnation where applicable. Removed an erroneous tutor from the Weavile tree. Fixed Sheninja's previous moves block. Sinnoh-dependent egg moves are now possible to see and breed. Fixed Vault Tackle display for the Pikachu family. Many errors with skill animations have been fixed. This primarily affected unsupported motion types for some skills, e.g. Ember. Also added support for many status ailment skill animations. Improved zoom levels in GBA areas with varying resolutions. Held items are now automatically removed when a target is released in the PC. Fixed repel count not being correctly displayed when logging in. Rare candies can no longer be used if the target has stored XP. Fixed fanfare sound effects not resuming music if sound effects volume was off. Android fixed issues where some icons would grow bigger every time an object was moved between PC slots. Fixed an issue where if a target was holding an Everstone and it was temporarily removed from battle through e.g. thief, knockoff, etc., it would not prevent evolution. Fix an issue where untradeable seeds could not be planted. Added a confirmation prompt when releasing from a PC via a summary window. This and existing release confirmation dialogues now also default to no. Fixed fling cast restrictions. Fling can now fling items which have no battle effect, e.g. potions. Unnerve no longer restricts fling and natural gift. Fixed binding bands percentage description. Fix an issue where if an NPC owned illusion ability owner was knocked out in one hit, its illusion would never break. Fixed water, fire, grass pledge ally message targeting. Fixed water, fire, grass secondary effect invocation. Previously, this was based on speed. Now it will invoke a secondary effect depending on its typing. Fire, grass, water, fire. Water, fire, grass pledge combo skills will now invoke immediately after the first skill instead of waiting for speed. Fix an issue where if pluck or bug bite was used and the target was knocked into HP activation range for a berry, the berry would activate instead of being stolen by the attacker. Fixed an issue where continuous cast moves, e.g. rollout, would not be cancelled properly when interrupted. This primarily affected status ailments, e.g. paralyze, and disable type effects. This primarily affected status ailments, e.g. paralyze, and distribute type effects. Fixed Thrash, applying confusion if Thrash was interrupted. Encore will now last for 3 skill casts instead of 3 turns. Previously, Encore could have its effectiveness reduced if the caster were slower than the target. Moves with special secondary effects, e.g. Volt Switch or U-Turn, will now behave properly when invoked by moves which call other moves, Metronome, Sleep Talk, etc. Fixed a deadlock which could occur if attempting to fly from certain bike-restricted maps. Fixed Safari flee rates for many species. Held items which trigger on HP and status ailment conditions, primarily berries, may now activate immediately when stolen or given by an opponent, if the appropriate condition is met. Some Gen 5 species can now be used as followers. Effects: Mana, Nisharna, Victini, Patrat, Patil, Mine Chino, Crocoproc, Zara, Cottony, Deerling, and Keldeo. When arriving in Hoenn by boat, players will now be placed outside the building. Alright, and thank you so much for watching. This is the Roy Rogers News Channel, and the next video is going to be the update itself, which I'm looking forward to covering. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased Roy Rogers News.